Limited time mode, Clash Trial. Clash is an upcoming core game mode in Overwatch 2. Teams must battle back and forth over 5 capture points, with each captured objective adding a point to the prevailed team's score. Teams can win in 2 ways, either by having control of all 5 objectives at once, or by scoring 5 points total before the other team. Okay, Clash will be available as a limited time trial through April 29. How Clash is played: we have 5 total objectives placed in a linear pattern on a mirrored map. Only one objective is active at a time. Matches start with the center objective active. Players capture an objective by standing on it and filling in a progress bar. Capture progress cannot be made if enemy players are contesting the objective. When a team captures the current objective, they are awarded 1 point to their total score, and a new objective moving forward from the scoring team's side is activated. Objectives can be secured multiple times. If a team is pushed off an objective and the other team successfully captures it, the next active point will be in the opposite direction. Win conditions: complete one of these 2. A team has successfully captured 5 objectives throughout the match to reach a total score of 5, or, regardless of score, a team manages to take the final objective, A or E, on the opponent's side. So you can either stomp them, or you play until one team gets 5 objectives. Something like that. So you either like stomp them all the way, or you play until one team gets 5 objectives. Hanamura new map. Explore never before seen corners of Hanamura in the new map Hanamura, inspired by the visual themes of the beloved Assault map. Explore the shops and restaurants around town, or follow the scent of sakura trees into the once proud Shimada castle. Mythic Hero Skin updates. Mythic Hero Skins. Mythic Hero Skins are now unlocked in the new Mythic shop in exchange for Mythic Prisms. Mythic Hero Skins are unlocked for 50 Mythic Prisms, with a starting set of customizations, and then can be leveled up with 10 Mythic Prisms per level. You can unlock the skin and all available customizations for a Mythic Hero Skin for 80 Prisms. So again, starting set of customizations, 50 Mythic Prisms. But all available customizations, 80 in total, 10 per level. Introducing Mythic Prisms. Mythic Prisms can be earned in the Premium Battle Pass and used in the Mythic shop to purchase the current featured Mythic Hero Skin for the season and select previous Mythic Hero Skins. You can earn up a total of 80 Mythic Prisms when you complete the Premium Battle Pass. So you can get like all options, all customizations for one Mythic skin. Earning Mythic Prisms in the Premium Battle Pass is the easiest way to unlock a Mythic Hero Skin and all customizations each season. You can also purchase additional Mythic Prisms in-game or in your platform store marketplace. General updates, challenges. Completing weekly challenges milestones will now reward additional Battle Pass XP. Overwatch coins that were earned in the weekly challenges can now be earned in the Battle Pass for all players. Reduce the number of weekly challenges. Developer comments: the number of weekly challenges has grown over time, and we're simplifying what players can aim to accomplish while also earning Battle Pass XP more straightforward. Honestly, I was barely keeping track personally of the weekly challenges, but I know for sure that some of them I was not doing. I was not completing. Endorsement changes. Oh, wait. Now this gets me excited. I want to get to level 5 endorsement already. Players who are action for disruptive behavior and reduced to endorsement level 0, okay, cannot use text or voice chat features until they return to endorsement level 1. Developer comments: since we added the endorsement system to Overwatch, players who have been actioned because of social reports, inappropriate communication, gameplay sabotage, and so on have had their endorsement level reduced to 0. That part of the system isn't changing, but going forward, level 0 players will no longer be able to speak in voice channels or type in text chat in most modes. I want to see how level 0 looks like in game. I think that I'm speculating here, chat. Maybe there's no icon for, if you're level 0, you don't even have like that endorsement thingy. But imagine you see the endorsement thingy and that is just 0 over there. I want to see how it looks like in game. We intentionally don't show level 0. We have confirmation again. Thank you so much for the confirmation. So we intentionally do not show level 0, but we know. We know, Kappa. By not showing the endorsement level, you know. Anyway, hide my name. Updated option in Streamer Protect found in your social options. You're now able to hide your battle tag from other players in your group and from your friends in the match as well. When enabled, anywhere your battle tag is displayed to players during a match now displays a random anonymized battle tag instead of only to the player with the Hide My Name setting visibly enabled. Developer comments, the Hide My Name setting in the social options now displays a random anonymized battle tag to all players in the match, instead of only to the player with a Hide My Name setting enabled. New settings have been added to the Hide My Name from Friends and Hide My Name from Group. Of these two settings, Hide My Name from Friends takes priority when group members are also friends. A large list of handcrafted battle tags have been created to support this feature. Could it contain Easter eggs or silly references? Oh, we need a list of all of them. Oh my god, we need a list of all of them, and then we need a tier list of all of them. But the question that I have though is, what happens if you get into a game and you can have like two players that have this on and they might be having the same name? What happens if they have the same name? And you go like, I don't know, Olaf. Olaf, which Olaf? There is like hundreds. Yes, there might be hundreds. But maybe there are millions of players. Millions of players that might actually be using this feature. Is this actually just changing every time? Every game? Is it set to one name per account? What is even happening? Anyway, moving on, because I want to go through all of the patch notes and stuff. Wait, what? They probably have a code to stop it. Maybe if it's random each match, I'm hype. If it's random each match, breed Emerson, breed. I will breed once I'm done with the blog post. Wait, yeah, you got me, Doug. Anyway, it's random each match. We have confirmation the name is random each match. Oh my god, we could do predictions. With what letter will the streamer name appear as? We could do predictions! Anyway, progression. Added progression badges, sub-badges, and rewards for Venture. Rewards can be found in Hero Challenges. Leaver penalties. 2 new thresholds for ranked leave penalties have been added. Leaving 2 out of 20 games will result in a 5-minute suspension from queuing for most modes. 10 or more out of 20 games will result in a 48-hour suspension for queuing for most modes. All other threshold tiers are unchanged. Developer comments. Overwatch 2 is a competitive game even for ranked game modes, and the match experience for all remaining players is negatively affected when a player leaves before it is completed. Remember, a penalty only applies when you leave games and not when you complete games. Yeah, but what happens if the game is over after the enemies just kept the first point? It's over. It's GG's. No, please don't be like that. Please, please, please. It happens a lot in ranked. You know, you're just defending on hybrid, they kept the point, and then a teammate goes like, GG, it's over. What? By introducing a lighter 5-minute penalty, we aim to discourage players from deliberately leaving games they don't want to play, while not impacting those who may have a technical issue or an urgent need to step away from the game, which they can solve by the time the queue suspension is finished. The larger 48-hour suspension aims to target a very small portion of players who are aggressively leaving games. Wait, I'm trying to imagine. What does aggressively leaving games? Is it, I'm leaving the game? Is it like this? Is it the pressure force of the click? Is it the Alt F4, the keys like pushing? Is it how much they're spamming? Aggressively leaving games. Let me out of this lobby. Probably players that leave a lot of games is what I'm speculating. Leaving 10 games in competitive play will now result in a season ban regardless of the number of games completed. Players can still get banned from competitive in as few as 5 games if they leave very consistently and don't complete enough games to get back into good standing. Games completed in competitive play now count toward the 20-game window of the unranked leaver penalty. Developer comments. We already suspend players who leave a competitive and increase penalties up to a season ban for leaving games frequently, but players can work their way back up into good standing if they complete several matches. We have here 20, like the window frame. However, this new rule will stop players from gaming the system over time. Gaming the system over time. Gaming the system. Competitive updates. Competitive role-specific titles. End of season titles for competitive. I'm having too much fun with my soundboard. I'm sorry. End of season titles for competitive role queue now include the role the rank was achieved in. Examples including champion tank, champion support, champion damage, and open queue champion. Thank you. Because a lot of the times, my experience is, for example, let's say you have somebody in top 500 that is like has grandmaster, and they have, I don't know, let's say they're silver on support or plat on support. Everybody in the lobby goes like, we have a plat player in our team. You know what I mean? So this actually like clarifies while they queued up on the tank role, for example, when they're GM on tank. Anyway, nice, good change. So you can't meme with this anymore. Competitive progress. Each role rank now displays the associated competitive role specific title. Role rank cards can now be selected to open the match history for the selected role. Match history will display the following: map, game mode, heroes, role, date, score, results of the match. Match history can now be selected to open the game report for a match. So more stuff that we can check out after the game. Grouping restrictions. All previous grouping restrictions have been removed. All groups in competitive play are now classified as narrow or wide. Players between bronze and diamond must be English. I mean, no, this is just words overall. Not English. Must be within 5 divisions of each other player in the group to be in a narrow group. 5 divisions. Okay, so I don't know. My brain went, wait, GM5 or GM5. Bronze 5 with Diamond 1 is considered wide group, not narrow group. Okay, got it. So like, yeah, Plat 1, Gold 1. Okay, got it. So like Plat 1, Diamond 1, for instance. Okay, 1 full rank apart. Okay, that's good. Players at Master must be within 3 divisions of each other player in their group to be in a narrow group. So that would be what? Master 5, Diamond 2, right? To be in a narrow group. Players at Grandmaster and Champion. This is a lot of news, by the way. Cannot be in narrow groups, regardless of how close their ranks are. This restriction ensures that our highest ranked players have the highest quality narrow matches. We will be using this in a future thumbnail. Narrow groups will always be matched against other narrow groups or solo players. This is also going to be used in a future thumbnail. If a group has both wide and narrow configurations of players, the narrow configuration will always... We will be using this in the thumbnails. Will always be prioritized. Okay, system, let's check out the system. See how it's gonna be. Any group that does not meet the criteria is considered a wide group. Wide groups of 4 players may not queue. This restriction exists so that solo players are never required to make a wide match. So you cannot force stack. Wide groups have increased queue times and reduced match quality because it's more difficult to find another group of players with the same ranks and the same roles to match against. The amount of players' rank progress changes after each match is modified by the group's width. The wider the group is, the less the ranks will change when winning or losing. Okay. The higher the rank of the highest ranked player in a wide group, the less the ranks of all players in the group will change when winning or losing. The players will now be informed of the configuration of roles they have selected would result in a wide group. Good that you have information if this is a wide group or not. The tier legend has been updated, and the new banner has been added to explain the goals described above. Good transparency. But my question is the following. If let's say I'm Masters, and I'm playing with 4 friends that are in Bronze, do I lose more than they lose if we lose a game? Do I lose, let's say, 50% while they lose 20% or 10%? Is it the same for everybody in the group? That is the question that I have here. This is what I don't understand. You do not. Everyone is modified by the same amount. Okay, so let's say... But then what happens if, let's say, I'm 1 game away from champion? And I try to carry champion versus champion with 4 bronzes in my team versus 4 bronzes in the enemy team, and I just need +1. And then if I lose that game, I'm gonna get -1. Don't worry, you're not. Shut up! Shut up. I'm just speculating. Okay, rank information. New modifier, wide. Spam wide matchmaking. LOL. I'm sorry, man. Blizz Winter here. Gavin just trolled me. LOL. Then you're probably in an infinite queue. But assuming you got a match, it's not one game. Oh, okay. I see. It's more like at least 5 games. Okay. Okay. I just gave like the most extreme example. And that got explained. Okay. We'll see. We'll test it out. I trust this. I want to see how it's going to go. Anyway, let's continue chatting chatters because I'm gonna keep on getting rolled. New modifier wide. This modifier reduces changes in rank progress when winning or losing matches. The wider your group is, the less your rank progress will change with each win or loss. What is the minimum? The modifier volatile has been renamed to demotion. Okay. Arrows displayed under the modifiers have been changed to point from left to right instead of right to left. Okay. New modifier, demotion protection. This modifier appears on the gang. I can't remember this. This modifier appears on the rank progress bar to denote when you did not go down in skill division because of a loss. If you lose the next match after, then you are dropped down to the previous skill division. Honestly, I like this more like demotion rather than volatile. Volatile, it sounds like demotion is kind of like demotion. It's over. Volatile is kind of like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen, bro. Your ranking is volatile. I don't know what's going to happen, you know? While demotion, you know the consequence if you lose, my opinion. Victory and defeat have been added below the rank progress bar where modifiers are displayed. Okay. So that you can see the modifiers, and then if you want to go in full ragey mode, you can see if you won or lost. Golden weapons. Golden weapons can now be purchased with either legacy competitive points or 2024 competitive points. You cannot purchase weapons with a combination of both currencies. And now, hero updates. New hero Venture. Venture has been added to the lineup. Venture is immediately available to play in competitive play. This is a pretty major change from past heroes, but we've always wanted to allow new heroes into competitive when a new season for Overwatch 2 launches. In the past, we wanted to make sure new heroes were free of any bugs or outstanding balance issues, as well as giving players enough time to unlock a hero from the Battle Pass. Because of the recent hero trial, we're confident Venture is ready to jump into the action right away. ... What do you mean ... Wait, we're confident Venture is ready to jump into the action right away. This doesn't sound like confident. Wait a minute. ... They should maybe just add like a sound effect over here that you can click on. ... Okay. Tanks. Doomfist. Rocket Punch. The Empowered Punch is no longer consumed when the wind-up is cancelled by using Seismic Slam or Power Block. Okay. Quality of life. Yeah. Quality of life improvement streamlines the transition between charging up an Empowered Rocket Punch and another ability by removing the requirement of pressing the cancel input first. Junker Queen. Carnage. Impact damage increased from 90 to 105. I can't remember if Junker Queen got some buffs in Season 9 when they did like all of the big changes and stuff to the new help pools. This might help with her breakpoints. Junker Queen hasn't been that strong right now, so okay, fine, just 15 extra damage. Okay, just maybe we can see some Queen being played from time to time. Just Rampage, not Carnage. Okay. So this is the first like change for Carnage. Reinhardt, okay. Earth Shatter. Knockdown duration increased from 2.75 to 3 seconds, and shockwave range increased from 20 to 25 meters. So it's going to be a little bit easier to land shatters. You don't have to get that close to them. You like have 5 extra meters to land them, and if you land it, you have 0.25 seconds extra to actually focus them down. I mean, it's a good shatter buff, good Earth Shatter buff. This shockwave range increase, until we see it effectively in game and how far this actually means, I think that this will set up a lot of really good plays. The problem is, until you get shattered though, I don't know if this is going to be like enough to make Reinhardt like the S tier tank of dispatch or whatever I think it is, but this is a nice change, and eventually I want to see in some games how far this 25 meters is, because I'll be honest with you, I personally, like, whenever I play against Reinhardt, I'm keeping my distance from him, baiting into making him think that I'm gonna get shattered. And I'm like one step away from always walking back. Always, right? Always at a max. Now this muscle memory will change. 25 meters until we see it in game, in like, let's say, classic Earth Shatter spots, like on King's Row, for example. I'm curious to see what Reinhardt maidens can like cook up with this. Sigma, experimental barrier. Movement speed increased from 16.5 to 20 meters per second. This change will improve Sigma's ability to protect allies that are further away from him. So this means that his shield is going to move faster. Now, how fast this is, until I personally like visualize it in game, pretty hard to say. But this means that, let's say, if you want to put the shield onto a Widow peeking over there, or I don't know, you want to just deny the enemies that are flanking a little bit faster, should be fine, you know? Okay, change. Wrecking Ball, Grappling Claw. Hold the jump input while the Grappling Claw is attached to terrain to retract it, pulling yourself towards the anchor point. This action can be rebound in his hero settings. Now has a 1-second cooldown if Wrecking Ball never reaches ramming speed before cancelling the ability. The interrupting him with hack, hinder, and stuns will still trigger the full cooldown. The maximum duration timer no longer triggers unless he reaches ramming speed. Adaptive Shield can now be reactivated to redistribute up to 300 overhealth to nearby allies, capping at 75 per person. Enemy and ally detection radius increased from 10 to 13 meters. Oh. Wait. So let me understand this. So you're going to be rolling to the enemies, pressing E, getting as much overhealth as you can, then turn around and do this over here. Isn't it this feels like it is similar to Junker Queen Shout. Kind of like mini Lucio Beat, mini Transcendence to a certain extent. This feels, chat, I might be biased here, but this feels like a very supportive ability. This feels like a very, very, very supportive ability. And if you're a ball main, I'm just saying, if you do this and you go in the backline and like use your E on your Zenyatta or on your Ana, for example, or even on, let's say, a cast that doesn't have that much mobility. Oh my god. What if you use, oh my god, wait a second. What if you use this on Tracer even? Ball Tracer dive is gonna be a lot. Yeah, this is a very supportive ability for Ball. It's just like, curious to see how this is gonna be played out, but I think that overall it's still gonna be everybody just 3-1 dive somebody, then press E on Tracer, that Tracer's not gonna die. So interesting. Minefield, health increase from 50 to 60. No, I always die from the mines. The general goals here are to add a direct way for Wrecking Ball to support, not tank, but to support his allies aside from purely enemy team disruption. Make the hero more approachable while also adding more avenues for skill expression and improve quality of life around grapple. Okay, so opinion on this one. For me, I'm not that mechanically good at ball. Good. I'm going to have more fun when I'm going to play him. Adaptive Shield, my opinion, this is a very supportive ability. And I'm seeing a pattern. Jungle Queen has the shout. Morga's E to a certain extent is also a very supportive ability, which is fun and fine. But as a support, usually I just get left behind to just die a lot. So might be frustrating to play against. And Minefield, and this will help the DPS is a little bit more than the backline, will help press W into the enemy's guard, in my opinion, rather than just like peel and stay in the back and help. It's going to be used in the other way. And Minefield health increase. Yeah, I'm biased here because I'm scared because I always die from the mines. So these are the tank changes. Moving on, the DPS changes. Sombra, Virus. Total damage over time decreased from 100 to 90. I haven't seen Sombra being played that much, but I think that the Virus was doing a little bit too much damage. Sure. Tracer. Finally, Tracer has been the strongest DPS in Season 9. Recall, cooldown increased from 12 to 13 seconds. That is such a dramatic change. This is such a dramatic change. Pulse Pump, base projectile size decreased from 0.2 to 0.1 meters. The total projectile size is now 0.25 meters. There is now more downtime before Tracer can safely re-engage after driving her away, and Pulse Bomb will require more precision. Okay, I'll be honest with you, Pulse Bomb, I've been getting pulsed a lot. Non-stop. Not only me, I'm noticing a lot of Tracers land way more Pulse Bombs than before, because of like the changes that it did to projectiles at the beginning of Season 9, you know, hitboxes and stuff. Now they literally nerfed the size of the pulse bombs, so really good tracers will have no issue with these changes, while players that don't play that much tracer will notice that probably they're going to be missing like a lot of pulse bombs. Really good tracers will still miss some pulse bombs from time to time. I think that this is not enough to like push Tracer out of the meta. I think she's still completely fine. Just that winning team fights with pulse bombs will happen a little bit more rare. Venture, Drill Dash. Impact damage decreased from 60 to 40, while damage over time increased from 40 to 60. Impact damage decreased on Clawberg from 40 to 30, while damage over time decreased from 30 to 40. Tectonic Shock Vertical Knockback decreased by 30%. We're redistributing the damage on some of their abilities so that positioning relative to the enemy and tracking a target are more important for dealing maximum damage. So instead of like going in and boom, right now it's kind of like going in then boom, boom, boom. Does that make sense overall? So like I feel the burst damage is lower, but the damage over time takes like some time to like secure a kill. And vertical knockback decreased by 30%. Good if you're like on the receiving end because you're not going to be moved that much. Support. Moving on to support. Ilari, Solar Rifle. Primary fire recovery increased from 0.2 to 0.25. So you gotta pace your shots a little bit more, gotta wait a little bit more before you can like fully shoot the fully charged left click. Secondary fire heal per second increased from 105 to 115. Now, with these changes, I don't think that Ilari was doing kind of hot right now, in my opinion. I don't know, like, the stats that they have and stuff. I've been winning more. I've been winning kind of, like, okay with Ilari, but, like, if the enemy team is organized, you're going to be dying a lot. You're going to be playing for yourself a lot of the times. One change that a lot of... I'm seeing, like, a lot of chatting chatters ask for Ilari, and I do agree with it, would be maybe... First of all, a lot of pylon changes with that one. I don't know about the pylon changes. You know, like, try to make the pylon tankier and stuff. I think pylon's a little bit weak right now, but sure, you can play around it. The range of the secondary fire heal, plus 10 healing, it's so annoying whenever you're playing Ilari and you can just like, you cannot just like right click to a teammate that's really close to you but still so far away. Maybe a change in range rather than plus 10 healing. I don't know what to say. I think that Ilari is going to be the same as she is right now. If you aim really well, sure, not working in every team comp possible right now. Damage breakpoints are still the same. I don't know. Maybe extra damage. We'll see. But increasing healing means that you're going to be encouraged to play a little bit more with your team. If you're going to be playing a little bit more with your team, then you're probably better off playing with other supports rather than with Ilari. I don't think she's going to be like shoot up in the ranks or anything. And this definitely like lowers down her damage potential. I don't know by how much per second and stuff, but it's definitely like a nerf. Lucio, Sonic Amplifier. Damage per projectile decreased from 20 to 18. So this is his left click. And Soundwave damage increased from 35 to 45. Wait, this is Lucio's boop. So damage per projectile decreased from 20 to 18. It's just like 2 damage per them. Okay, per like bullet and stuff. This will definitely lower down his damage output, which means he's going to get his sound barrier a little bit lower. It also will encourage you to get like in a slower rhythm because you're not going to be doing that much damage. That breakpoints have changed a little bit. I don't play that much Lucio. I don't know that many breakpoints and stuff. I think he's still going to be played because he still has speed boost. It's fine. -8 per M1 burst, -16 per shots. I think Lucio is still going to be S tier support. Still going to be really strong. Soundwave here. Damage increase from 35 to 45. This is the boop melee. You do 40 damage with melee. Plus with a right click, that's 40. With 45, that's 85 already damage. That is a lot. It will definitely like try to encourage you to get more boops and get more damage in. I don't think it's going to change that much for him. It's obviously lower damage, but still speed boost and beat and boop. This kid is just absolutely insane. The kid is like still just absolutely insane, and these changes do not target the strengths of Lucio, in my opinion. Lifeweaver, Rejuvenating Dash. They buffed the healing again. Heal increased from 50 to 60. Okay, this is on left shift. This is on his self-peel ability. His left shift. And Tree of Life, pulse healing increased from 75 to 90. I want to see the day when they do plan on giving Lifeweaver something else. He needed it since the health changes. Okay, we have Maz, Life Weaver main over there. Yeah, understandable. Is this enough to make him played? I guess we'll find out. We're gonna do the 5th or 6th video with Life Weaver after 100 buffs to see if this is enough to get him played. What this does is essentially Life Weaver will be even more unkillable than before. I think I want to see the pulse healing in a team fight plus 15 healing. Rejuvenating Dash will definitely help you stay alive a little bit longer. I still don't think he's going to be played that much though. The 3 will value way more than before, and this is good for self-peeling. I don't think this is enough until Life Weaver will be able to do something to the enemies, even if it's just make them type in text chat, swap Life Weaver or something like that. I don't know. And until then, I don't think we're going to be seeing a Life Weaver meta. Or they increase like his numbers by an insane amount, you know? Moira, Biotic Grasp. Damage per second decreased from 65 to 60. Okay, you want to know my opinion on this, chat? Honestly, I think that because Tracer was played that much, Moira's really good against Tracer. You just like right-click the Tracer, and then Tracer was like, no, I'm getting damage, no! And then Moira nerf. Definitely 100% biased because I played a lot of Moira this season. But, okay, fine. Less damage, less full charge. I think her damage was fine, especially in Season 9 with this. I think she was the only support that got buffed in Season 9 with the changes to keep up with the new damage breakpoints. And right now, this is just like a random change. I think she was completely fine. It's just that this seemed a little bit stronger against Tracer and Genji and Sombra to a certain extent, which is fine because you want to have some alternatives to play against them rather than just play Lucio Kiri nonstop. My opinion. Like, you don't see this change that much when you 1v1ing a Cassidy or a Soldier, whatever, like the 65 compared to 60. Just my 2 cents. This is kind of like a failsafe against this if you don't want to go with Kiriko. Coalescence. Self-heal per second increased from 50 to 55. I'm guilty of this a lot of the times. I'm using Coalescence for myself a lot of the times to make sure that I sustain myself. This means that self-heal per second will increase from 50 to 55, so I'll be dying a little bit less whenever I want to use Coalescence for myself. Yeah, Coalescence gives you self-heal, so in case you're going to be low HP and you don't have the orb available, or you want to make yourself full HP really fast, throw the healing orb, then Coalescence, boom, it's going to be, woo, easy clap. Still, sure. I don't think that Moira was killable in Coalescence that much anyway. She can fade during Coalescence. I don't know about the Moira changes. And then we have a lot of bug fixes, some hero fixes. Captive Sun affecting targets through floors and ceilings. Targets would be untargetable with 3 of life. No, that's about it. I'm not going to go to the bug fixes and stuff. So we see some tank buffs here and there. It's not about... I see that they're still maintaining the same pattern, in my opinion, of like buffing other heroes that are not doing that hot in the meta rather than nerfing the heroes that are strong. I'm not seeing any Orisa changes at all. With Wrecking Ball, interested to see how the rework is going to feel like. I hope that it's not going to be everybody just like 3-2-1. Let me just E for Lucio and Tracer and Genji or Sombra and then dive them and leave the flex support behind to die. I hope that this will also be used as a peeling tool in the back. Damage changes. I don't know about the Sombra nerf, but sure, she does do a little bit. Virus does do a lot of damage, you know, with how the ability works. Fine. Tracer Recall, not enough in my opinion. Still going to be played. Venture changes. Interesting to see how Venture is going to be played out, especially because they're going to be available in ranked day 1. And support changes. Ilari, sure. I don't think she's going to be played. She's still kind of like, yeah, if you can make her work. Lucio, still going to be played even though these changes make him a little bit weaker. Still STR support. Speed Boost and Beat are such important abilities. Soundwave 2. Life Weaver, these changes, in my opinion, not going to be enough. Life Weaver has to have something to do something to the enemies. Otherwise, you're just existing there. And if you're existing, you have to provide something for your teammates other than just healing. Because it's support and not healer. They can regenerate HP, your teammates. They can find health packs. They can do... They sometimes have self-healing abilities. You gotta be able to do something to the enemies or bring another type of utility to your teammates other than just healing. Moira changes... I don't know about this one. Fine, I can understand it to a certain extent. I think that it was fine though, especially with how strong Tracer is. And Coalescence, sure, don't notice it that much anyway. And these were the changes. A lot of news. Whew, this was long. So if you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe. And please let me know in the comments what you think about the news. Till next time, MLC.